The second Lisa grabbed that box off my porch, clutching it like she'd just swiped a priceless artifact, I knew she was clueless about the storm she'd walked into. 3 hidden cameras tracked her every move. A GPS tracker hummed silently inside the package, and a federal agent sat next to me in an unmarked van, watching her smug strut back across my lawn. She thought she was slick, finally sticking it to me for ignoring her HOA nonsense. But in about 5 minutes, she'd be the star of a sting operation that'd flip our quiet suburb upside down. It all started a month ago when my packages kept vanishing. First, I figured it was just bad luck porch pirates hitting the neighborhood, you know? But then my neighbor, Tom, a retired Marine with a hawk's eye and a beat-up pair of binoculars, told me he saw a woman with tight brunette curls and a clipboard snatching boxes like she was the mail carrier. Only one person in our cul-de-sac fit that description. Lisa. She was the HOA's self-crowned queen, even though her term ended last spring and nobody voted her back in. Didn't stop her, though she still had the clubhouse keys, the HOA website password, and an iron grip on everyone's business. Grass too long? She'd slap you with a fine. Kids left the bike out? She'd hunt you down. She once called the cops on a kid's birthday party because the bounce house ruined the neighborhood's aesthetic. And now, apparently, she was moonlighting as a thief. I couldn't just point fingers without proof. I tried extra cameras, but they kept going dark. Someone was jamming them or cutting power. That's when I knew I needed backup. I filed a report with the Postal Inspection Center, VYC, half expecting it to go nowhere. To my shock, an agent named Sarah called me back. She was all business, a federal investigator who ate mail theft cases for breakfast. "Want to help us set a trap?" she asked. I said yes before she finished the sentence. We crafted the perfect bait, a small brown box labeled hazardous materials sample. It looked official, tempting enough to make a nosy control freak like Lisa drool. Inside, no explosives, just a GPS tracker, a non-toxic dye pack that had burst if opened, and a tiny camera nestled in the foam. We dropped it on my porch that Thursday morning and waited. Sarah parked her van 3 houses down, rocking dark sunglasses and a tactical earpiece like she'd taken down mob bosses. I slid into the van with her, coffee in hand, heart pounding. Every passing car made me jump. Every dog bark felt like a signal. By late afternoon, I started thinking Lisa might be too smart to bite. Then, at 4:47 p.m., she proved me wrong. Lisa didn't even try to hide it. She marched across my lawn in her trademark VY soar, a fake HOA badge dangling from her lanyard, and a canvas tote screaming, "I'm official." She paused, glanced around like a bad actor, then snatched the box like she was doing me a favor. She even waved at my porch camera now hidden in a potted plant. Sarah clicked the tracker's timer, and my blood boiled. That smug grin, that untouchable swagger I'd put up with her fake fines, her late-night complaints about my suspicious tech deliveries, and now this. Sarah gave quiet orders over her radio as Lisa turned the corner. The trap was sprung. The GPS pinged her route, 2 blocks to her house, not through the front door, but around to her garage. Sarah's theory was right. Lisa had a stash spot. We couldn't raid her yet. Sarah wanted her to open the box, letting the dye mark her for good. No denials. No, it was a misdelivery, excuses. The team parked at the end of her block, waiting. I crashed at a friend's place that night, too wired to go home. At 2 a.m., the ping came. Motion in the garage. The dye pack popped. The box's heat sensor spiked. Sarah's team moved like lightning. By sunrise, Lisa stood on her doorstep, blue-stained hands glowing like a neon sign. An arrest warrant slapped in her face. But the real gut punch wasn't the dye or the cuffs. It was her garage. Shelves stacked with stolen packages, some unopened, others gutted and sorted. A spreadsheet taped to the wall listed porch cam blind spots and Friday collection times. Lisa wasn't just a thief. She was running a full-blown piracy ring, cloaked in her HOA badge. Neighbors gathered, some in pajamas, whispering in shock. One guy clapped, and for the first time in months I could breathe. Lisa had made my life hell, but now she was the one being carted away. The neighborhood woke up different the next day. People stepped outside like a weight had lifted. Mrs. Jenkins across the street hung wind, chimes she'd been fined for years ago. But the relief didn't last. An emergency HOA meeting hit our inboxes by noon, vague but urgent. The clubhouse was packed that night. Folks who hadn't shown up in years clutched folders of complaints. Board member Rachel, who'd always dodged Lisa's wrath, stood up, looking like she'd aged a decade. She clicked a projector slide. Unauthorized active VY tie. Pending investigation. Gasps rippled. Rachel laid it out. Lisa had bypassed HOA rules, issued fake fines, hacked resident security cams through the HOA app, and pocketed inspection reimbursements never approved. Worse, she dismissed theft reports, 12 of them often, right after finding the VY Tims. The room erupted. A guy named Mike said Lisa fined him for construction materials during a garage remodel, then banned his contractors for noise. A mom, Emily, revealed Lisa tapped her backyard cam to monitor an unapproved trampoline. One lady said Lisa grilled her teen about his prescription meds. Rachel dropped the hammer. Lisa was out, her access revoked, locks changed, and all her fines under re-VYEW. The crowd cheered, but I stayed quiet. This wasn't just about theft. Lisa had turned our neighborhood into her personal surveillance state. Rachel caught me in the parking lot after, handing me a USB drive. "You'll want to see this," she said. Lisa's hidden folders. I stayed up all night, combing through it. Dozens of VYDS porches, driveways, some clearly from private cams she shouldn't have touched. In one, she crouched behind a hedge, binoculars out, noting delivery times. Another showed her zooming in on a medical supply box, scribbling on a post-it. The worst was a spreadsheet, flagged residents. My name was bolded. Text shipment suspicious, likely reselling. She wasn't just stealing, she was scouting like a pro, weaponizing her fake badge into a private spy network. I handed the drive to Sarah. She muttered about needing a bigger team. The postal inspection Sarah VYC had suspected a local theft ring, but not one rooted in HOA power. Sarah found Lisa's online marketplace account under a fake name, flipping stolen headphones, skincare, even a drone. A message to someone labeled JR made my skin crawl. Another idiot left a package out. If the sting rumor's true, we'll know by tomorrow. She suspected a trap and still took the bait, either arrogance or recklessness. But JR? That meant she wasn't alone. Then new thefts hit. 2 packages vanished days after Lisa's arrest. No camera triggers, no traces. Someone was smarter, cleaner. The HOA board was a mess, and Rachel faced backlash from a few Lisa loyalists claiming she was framed. A creepy letter landed in every mailbox, signed concerned residents, warning of outside forces manipulating the HOA. Gaslighting, plain and simple. Rachel called me, frazzled. The HOA servers had been remotely accessed, logs wiped. Only Lisa had that access unless she'd shared it. Sarah's team cracked Lisa's impounded laptop after a week. Inside, a folder labeled HOA Operations. Documents listed names, initials, tasks, and resident schedules. One chilling file, neighborhood rotations, map delivery patterns, and empty homes. A note in red. JR to handle wed sweep. JR wasn't just a contacta partner with assigned days. Sarah subpoenaed Lisa's emails and social accounts. An email to drmailbox1974@songoutlook.com was deleted hours after her arrest. JR was a ghost. Then a new face showed up at an HOA meeting. Ethan Ramsey, mid-40s, pressed shirt, too polished. He claimed he just moved in, but nobody saw MOVYing truck. He gave a speech about restoring order, echoing Lisa's tone. My gut twisted. I dug into HOA newsletters. Ethan's name appeared once on a volunteer list Lisa submitted. No real estate records, no welcome VY sit. Sarah found a file on Lisa's laptop, last edited by J. Ramsey. Ethan was JR. We set another trap. 3 bait packages on my porch, Mike's and Emily's, wired with micro cameras and motion sensors. For 48 hours, nothing. Ethan went quiet, his windows shuttered. Then at 3:12 a.m., my package moved. The tracker lit up, tracing it to an alley. By 3:19, the camera caught Ethan, gloved hands on a tarp, prying open the box. Sarah's team had him cuffed by 4 a.m. He didn't flinch, just said, "She said you'd set another trap, but I thought I was smarter." His house was a gold mine. Journals of surveillance routines, HOA takeover plans, even notes on other neighborhoods. A list of 20 HOAs marked stage 2 pending showed they were testing a control model to hijack suburbs nationwide. Lisa's trial was a spectacle. She sat rigid, like she was still running the HOA, but her public defender looked defeated. Prosecutors showed the porch footage her smirking at the camera. She claimed she was inspecting for hazardous materials to protect the community. The courtroom stifled laughs. She accused me of framing her, citing HOA bylaws irrelevant to federal law. When I testified, she interrupted, earning a contempt charge and a trip out of the room. Sarah's testimony was surgical, detailing the tech and EVY Denke. The kicker? Lisa's nephew, Nate, testified she used dummy accounts and burner phones, threatening him to stay quiet. Lisa fired her lawyer mid-trial, ranted about bird feeders and basketball hoops, and was cut off by the judge. Guilty on all counts. 5 years, possible parole in 3, plus counseling. Ethan's hearing followed. He pleaded guilty, hoping for leniency, but his plans to spread the scheme interstate buried him. 6 years, no parole. Both were ordered to pay restitution. Fat chance we'd see it. The HOA audited Lisa's fines, refunded VY Tim's, and opened the clubhouse for barbecues. A couple who nearly moved out stayed, saying the community had hope again. But a cryptic email from Ethan's files, sent to an anonymous address before his arrest, read, "Still active cells. Delay stage 2. Regroup." It wasn't over. Weeks later, a letter Aravedno return address. Order restored, but surveillance never sleeps. Phase 2 begins where you least expect. 6 others got the same. Sarah didn't laugh. "You're not the only one," she said. The feds kept watch, and the HOA locked down its systems. I helped reverse fake fines, like one for a tricycle left out. We rebuilt, but I stayed sharp. Then, a new resident moved into Lisa's old house. Claire, mid-30s, clipboard in hand, scanned the lawn like a general. "Hi, I'm Claire," she told the mail carrier, starting a new HOA compliance committee. A flyer hit every door, mimicking Lisa's font, reclaiming standards. "Join Claire H's restoration night." Rachel and I exchanged looks. No words needed. I tipped Sarah off, no accusations, just a heads up. We wouldn't be blindsided again. Sitting on my porch at sunset, I thought back to the fake peace Lisa enforced, the fear she cloaked as order. That box she stole wasn't just a trop, it was a wake-up call. We'd exposed a web of control hiding behind HOA rules, fought back, and reclaimed our space. But the real peace we had now, fragile, honest, and hard-won. The porch wasn't just a porch anymore. It was our front line. What do you think was really pulling the strings behind Lisa and Ethan? Could Claire be a new player, or just a coincidence? Should neighborhoods ban HOAs altogether to stop this kind of power grab? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like button, and subscribe for more wild stories. Let's keep the conversation going.